Consider an old VHS tape, its tracking errors now fetishized as a warm, analog sigh. What was once a flaw, a symptom of aging hardware, has been rebranded into a nostalgic aesthetic. The grain in film stock or the hiss on magnetic tape used to be liabilities, but they now signify authenticity through their absence. As Mark Fisher notes, vinyl crackle makes us aware that we are listening to a time out of joint. These artifacts, once byproducts of technological limits, have become curated signs. In post-digital cultures, they're not about memory anymore, they're about marketability. What used to be human error, the smudge in paint, the vocal tremor in a song, has been algorithmically reduced and replicated. Diab's correct pitch into perfect monotony. Auto tune is no longer an under the radar fix, but a stylistic choice, as obvious as a filter on a selfie. It's not about fixing mistakes anymore. It's about manufacturing imperfection for the illusion of authenticity. As Sherry Turkle argues, computers have become
Depuing is like being a detective in your own code, and you follow clues until you find the break-in point.
Start with reproduction, then isolate variables. Don't guess, test.
Barth has called it punctum, the detail that pricks the viewer, a wound of meaning in an otherwise flat image. But when AI generates 6 fingered hands or impossible geometries, is this randomness real? It isn't. It's just a system overreaching its logic and pretending to be human. What was once a product of chance, like a smudged paint stroke, is now the algorithmic equivalent of an error message, a glitch with attitude. The illusion of authenticity is sold not as truth, but performance, a convincing mimicry that says, I am flawed like you. But if these flaws are deterministic, if they come from code instead of chaos, then we're left with something stranger. A system pretending to be broken on purpose. The illusion of authenticity is sold not as truth, but performance. A convincing mimicry that says, I am flawed like you. But if these flaws are deterministic, if they come from code instead of chaos, then we're left with something stranger. A system pretending to be broken on purpose. It's the algorithmic equivalent.
This is done in a sealed, dust-proof and air-conditioned room where the temperature is thermostatically controlled.
Postman called them receipts for recollections, fragments of information that mimic the weight of knowledge without its substance. In Technopolis, we trade deep understanding for data points that look like answers, but serve only as placeholders for thought. The system rewards recall over comprehension and certainty over nuance. What matters is not if you've truly learned something, but whether you can regurgitate it under the right conditions of measurement. This is how trust is manufactured, by replacing human judgment with algorithmic validation that tells us what to believe instead of how to think. Just this week, Oregon's disclosure law faces a test from AI. Generated political ads that look real but are designed to mislead. The state requires candidates to label AI produced content. But how do you identify it when the algorithms have mastered the look of authenticity? It's not just deepfakes anymore. It's synthetic voices that mimic speech patterns, generated text indistinguishable from human writings, and even fake handwritten notes used in campaign mailers. We are no longer in an arms race between forgers and historians. We're in a war where both sides use the same tools to simulate trust. When we can no longer distinguish between real and artificial, what does it mean to be human? Technopoly has erased the line between imperfection as flaw and imperfection as proof. Handwritten letters once proved authenticity. Now they are algorithmically spoofed in bulk. What was once a signature of craftsmanship
under one roof is found the most modern equipment.
In modern AI, exhibitions, institutions mimic medieval guilds, hoarding attributions, prioritizing social capital over collaboration. Despite the technical capacity for open systems, they enforce competitive enclosure to maintain control and prestige. One platform even positions itself as a network solely for AI agents, relegating humans to passive observers. This isn't just about code. It's performance art in the age of algorithmic authorship. The question is no longer who created something, but what system authorized it. AI generated medical misinformation and campaign ads show that authenticity is no longer a quality. It's a product. It is manufactured, traded in cycles of attention and consumption. These systems don't just spoof humans. They train on our ability to detect spoofing itself. We are caught in a feedback loop where the signal of trust